Welcome back, episode 8, Jerome Smiles. More to come on that in a bit here. First, I want to thank you so much for being here, Dean Smiles. And on this channel, I take the fish philosophy, mix in some Mr. Brown's precepts, and look at smiles that occur during the week and the people that make them happen. Today's precept that from Mr. Brown's precepts, there we go, let's say it right, is should we complain about a rose bush having thorns, or be grateful that a thorn bush has roses on it? Think about that. And it really is, it fits the fish philosophy that I'm going to be tapping into today, is being there. Now, there's a link to a previous video on what the fish philosophy is, and the quick summary. There are 4 fish philosophies, and choose your attitude, make their day, be there, and play. And we're looking at being there today. Just had a smile giggle moment. I'm walking around with a GoPro. I am in a retirement community in Arizona, and it's morning walk. It's a beautiful morning. It's going to be a Dean day, and I have people older than I looking at me like, why are you holding this thing and talking into a small black cube? So there, smile for the day. So we went to Jerome, Arizona. Jerome has a very rich history, and some of it very tragic history that was surrounding the mining business. In its peak, it was up to 15,000, down as low as 200, and now they say it's rebounded to around 500. Many fires, many things to be grumpy about, and they've taken those events and rewritten and pivoted, if you will, to a new identity and a new approach. My wife and I, we went and we wanted to stay at the Jerome Grand Hotel, which sits up on top of the hill. It is marvelous. It is not the cheapest, but we experienced such a great time with people that, again, being there for us. It started off when we checked in, and Bob was at the front counter. He was just so warm and made good eye contact and was listening to what people were asking and looking at ways to help and be there to make their experience better. Now, I know that's what they're paid to do, yet you could tell he was just truly enjoying. And I asked him how many years he had been there, and he had been there, I think it was 12 years. And he said, I love my job. I love doing what I'm doing. And also, while we were there were some people that didn't treat him quite as well, and expected things, asking for them in a very forceful way. He kept his smile on. He found answers. He calmed the situation and made it just right. And it was so impressive the way he handled it, and he was there. I mean, if you get a chance, he is so cool to be around. So then we went from Bob, checked into our room, balcony overlooking Jerome, just breathtaking, and just taking it all in. And my wife and I said, let's go grab a bite to eat. So the Asylum restaurant is a restaurant that is in the Jerome Grand Hotel. The Grand Hotel used to be a hospital. It was vacated in the early 50s, sat empty for like 40 years and then restored to a hotel and a restaurant. Restaurant and servers, they are the epitome of the fish philosophy and choosing your attitude, and I'm always so impressed. Kyle, our server, had so much energy. He was asking questions, he was being there, and he was just bringing it, and he was so easy to talk to and so easy to ask questions, and he would ask leading questions to make our dining experience better with a smile on his face, a big smile, smiling with his eyes. And he was training someone, so he was like almost doing double duty, because you'd hear him explain to the person he was training as he was taking orders. Kyle was fabulous, super impressed. There were a couple tables, and I've never understood this, when you are getting treated like Kyle was treating us, how you have things to complain about. But sometimes people have things to complain about, and there was, whether it was this and that, it wasn't right, and he just smiled, made their day, and just went with it. And I'm guessing Kyle went home, he wasn't complaining about that table or those people. I'm guessing he was talking about the people that made his day and gave him energy. Kyle, the asylum, boom, another. Spent the night. It is also labeled a haunted hotel, and didn't see anything. It certainly was on my mind. Got up in the morning, went down for breakfast. Sarah had been there, she said, 11 years. Sarah was probably about my age, and big, warm smile. I asked her questions and just wanted to get some more input on her experience there. And as she started talking about her job, her eyes just lit up. And she was working with people that had various demands, requests, situations as they were checking out. She was there, she locked on, eye contact, listening, made people's day, made our day. So at the top of the list, I highly recommend the Jerome Grand Hotel. We had 3 people that made our experience incredible. Bob, Kyle, and Sarah. Just an amazing place. Got up in the morning after our breakfast, just reflected, talked, had a good morning, and then we finished our Jerome trip going to the Jerome Historical State Park and Museum. And I always get a kick out of hearing the history, and especially ghost towns, if you will, because their history is what makes them, what writes their ghost chapter, if you will, or their ghost situations. And we went there, watched a video. I think I have it linked below. And as we were finishing this Jerome video, history video, which again, very good, taller gentleman, I would say a little older than I, walked in. He goes, if you're when you're done, I'm gonna go through about a half-hour spiel about Jerome. If you're interested, come on out. We were like, why not? Henry Vincent, and I don't know what Henry did, but I could listen to him all day. He had so many facts. He had done so much research, and he was so passionate about his job at the museum. And from what he was saying, he's lived in Jerome since '62 and was very proud to say Jerome is not a ghost town. By definition, a ghost town means there are no inhabitants. There's always been people there. And he said it got down to 200, but there were always people living there. Ghost town spiritually, paranormal, that's another category. But he was very adamant that this is the past has written Jerome's future, and this is where we're going. And he was being there. And I'm always impressed with those orators and speakers that he's speaking to a larger group of people. There were probably a couple dozen of us that came outside, but it feels like he's talking directly to you. And we left and learning so much more about Jerome. We're passing the word. The museum is fabulous, incredible artifacts, incredible user-friendly explanations of all the artifacts. And if you get a chance, Henry Vincent will make your visit just fabulous. So, gave you Jerome smiles, Jerome examples of people that were being there and just wanted to make you smile. And we do have a choice. Every interaction, every morning we get up, we have a choice on how we want to choose our attitude and then what we're going to do with it. And we definitely got to be around people that chose their attitude. If you made it this far, thank you so much. I would love to hear how you have witnessed people that they will be there for you, be there for others, and in turn, how it puts a smile on your face or on the faces of people around. Being there is such a gift. So, hope you take it and enjoy it. Hope smiles on your face. And remember what my grandpa always said, if you give a smile, you're generally going to probably get a smile. You give one, you're going to get one right back at you. Till next time, have a great day.